Hello everyone. I'm doing this video with the curtains open today, so I hope that doesn't affect the image. I don't think it really does because the image is a bit crap anyway. The camera seems to be failing. As you can see, there's little jerky things happening the whole time, and then it blurs a lot. So yeah, time to get a new camera. But anyway, some of the questions that have been asked over the time, and some questions other people have been asked, I think might be helpful for people to hear and maybe get some of my perspective. These aren't the ultimate answers, these aren't the perfect answers, but they're my answers when I'm asked. And the answers aren't just yes or no, they can be quite complex. So a client might ask, is what I'm feeling normal? Is this normal, what I'm going through? And that can be something around, someone who feels that there's a lot of noise in their head, that is constant negative, this constant negative berating of self and telling you're an awful person, you're a horrible person, no matter what you do, it's always coming back to that's your fault, you caused this. That can be quite normal. A lot of people suffer with this. So therapy will help when you find the right therapist that will help, and you'll work on that process. So, normal is a kind of a bizarre thing to ask too, isn't it? Because I don't know that there's any of us really normal. Normal is a very strange thing. Normal depends on the majority, isn't it? So essentially, we're all troubled. So yes, if you're troubled, you're normal. Uh, you're in the mix. You're in with all of us. So you're not alone. You're not alone, and huge amounts, ridiculous amounts of people suffer with similar emotions and very similar struggles. Although not everyone's the same. So yours is very unique. People do struggle with what you're struggling with. So it is therapy is a very safe place for you to be able to explore it, and that's a place where you'll come and the therapist won't turn around and say, like, if you might say in a supermarket, you might say, oh, I'm really troubled with the voices in my head or something like that, and then, oh, you need to go to the doctor, and immediately you're covered with shame and judgment. But you'll never get that from a therapist because we really understand that that's actually quite usual. It's a normal thing to have for people to suffer with. And can you actually help me is another one. So if a client comes and says, do you think you can help with me or work with me? I'd be very straight. Like, there's certain things I can't work with, I won't work with. Um, and they become obvious when the person works with me. I won't advertise really, but that's the because it wouldn't be my strength. It's not that it's about the client. It's not saying, oh, I don't work with you because you're too complex. It's my abilities. I have to be able to be comfortable in what I can do with you. And if I'm not comfortable, it's not going to help you. So it's less about me and more about you. So can you actually help me? Is a good question to ask a therapist when you're presenting. This is what I'm coming with. So it's not that you're going to get rejected or pushed away or ignored. You're going to be heard, and you're going to hear what they're going to say. So it's not about a quick fix. It's not about going to therapy. And as I said in previous videos, quick fix therapies annoy me. They and it's just my stuff. But they frustrate me with the idea that, oh, that's you done now, away you go, because that to me burdens the client. If something rises again that they feel they've failed and they couldn't even therapy wouldn't even work for them, where that's not actually the fact. So it's not about quick fixes. It's not about getting the thing sorted today. It can be quite long. It doesn't have to be long all at once. It can be long, go away, come back, long, go away, come back, and so on. It's up to you. You design the therapy around yourself. Um, so many people see real change. Huge amounts of people see real change, and you'll know it yourself. You'll see it in yourself, and every therapist will go at your pace. So although we be kind of saying, well, you probably have an idea of, I want to go to therapy and I just want to be in it for 4 sessions and I want to be sorted. It may not work like that. Let's be fair. So if the question is, can you sort me out in 4 sessions? Well, realistically, it's not. Nobody's going to be able to do that for you, unfortunately. Um, will you judge me is not necessarily a very direct question, but it is an implied question when a client can be with you, and you can see that they are very afraid or tentative about bringing something into the room, because that's the question that's in the room. If I say this, will you judge me? Because maybe the whole life has been, every time they've brought something, they've been judged, maybe felt not good enough, or your issue isn't important enough, or you're not valuable enough, or you don't feel valued in yourself. So no therapist is there to judge you ever. They're not going to judge you. They're going to hear you. They're there to understand you, to try to support you, and to walk with you, not walk ahead of you, not tell you how to fix your problems. And you need to feel very safe in the therapy room. So you'll never get judgment from a therapist. And if you ever do, if you're ever in a therapy situation and you feel, I feel judged, that's the time to say it. So this is huge stuff for you to walk in when you're in therapy, to say, actually, I feel very judged when you said that. I was very judgmental. I felt it was very, it might not be, but I've heard very judgmental, and there could be really lovely stuff in there for you to work with. Now, if the therapist is judging you, well, you know, the relationship isn't going to work. So you know how to, you know, you need to move on. So that's the first three questions. I'll come back with another couple. I don't want to fill too many of these, have long videos. All right, talk to you in a minute.